Very good evening, students. Welcome to our learning channel. So, this is the third video under the playlist called Probability. In the previous two videos, I covered first one, what is the meaning of random experiment? What are the random experiments we are going to encounter in daily life? In second video, I covered about the formulae to be used to get the number of outcomes for the random experiments what we discussed. So here in this video, we are going to study or I will explain what is the meaning of probability, how to define it. So this definition plays a vital role in many problems encountering in statistics and engineering, in many fields of mathematics, in sense. So how to define this definition? Only one line, right? Probability. Generally, in other words, we use the letter chance, or we can say guess, or we can say predict, or we can say estimate. So these are other alternative words we can understand the meaning of probability here. So this one, probability is a quantitative. Quantitative means we can show the result in numbers, in numericals. When you are going to show, for example, what is the height of a tree? We say 28 feet. We give a number there and a unit. Like that, it is a quantity. How many kgs of rice you want to take from the shop? 50 kgs. So we will use the word that number, whatever the number you are going to use to represent the quantity. Here also, to define the probability, it is a quantitative, means numerical, I write. Numerical value, right? Numerical value. It is a quantitative probability is a quantitative measure. Measure. Measure of the outcomes of a random experiment. These two you already covered. When you are not going to predict the outcome in any experiment, which is conducted under essentially identically conditions or identical conditions regarding area, temperature, and the environment there where you are going to perform the experiment. Such type of experiments are called random experiments. You know the outcomes how they are going to come. Some are showing using letters, upper case letters or lower case letters. Some outcomes you can show with the numbers. For example, die case and cards case. There we are going to use numbers and letters. So we are going to get that output in the form of numerical value ranging from 0 to 1. The value of the number, whatever you are going to get for the outcome of the random experiment, will be ranging from 0 to 1. It won't be negative, and it won't exceed 1. Exceed 1. So 0% to 1%, 100%, 0% to 100%. Generally, we gauge a person's rank or anything from 0 to 100. In the same sense, here the probability values, whatever we are going to find out by using the formula or using definition there, it will be ranging from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. We continue further the formula for this. Let us continue. So to understand the definition clearly about the probability, here I am going to give you some notations. With help of these notations, student can able to catch the formula and get the result. Only one point you remember seriously. probability values for any outcome of a random experiment will be ranging from 0 value to maximum value 1. 0 value to maximum, from 0 to 1. You should not get negative values and beyond 1 also. That care you must take. Purely it is a fractional. When you say fraction, in sense proper fraction, the numerator value should be less than denominator value. The value will be always less than 1. Less than 1. At most it is equal to 1. It won't cross beyond 1. So notations, nothing but how you are going to represent or denote, we can say denote. All are same. I am writing all different types of terminology so that you can able to understand easily. For probability, we can use small p or capital P. Small p or capital P. No restriction. For outcomes, because mostly these are important. Outcomes, we use, these are also called events. More preferably, elementary events. Other name, elementary events. Because we use the word events here, we can use E1, capital E2, E3, and so on. Or in some texts, events are given by capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, and so on. Events are always represented with help of uppercase letters. You see here, for probability, no restriction. You can use lowercase p or uppercase p. And how you going to show in notation form these two? Probability of an outcome, always. We write capital P, I write capital P here, open brackets, we write, for example, A. I took A there. What is the meaning of this one? Probability of an event or outcome A of a random experiment is most important, most present. Let's continue. I wrote small m here and small n, mn. Alphabetical mn, small n. Specific notations. M is used to denote number of favorable. Favorable means required or needed. We can write number of favorable outcomes. Outcomes are results of a random experiment. This one you must write of a random experiment. This will be following like a tail. Random experiment. Without this, it makes no sense. And what about n? Number of total or all, or we can write possible. Number of total possible, or we can write maximum. Which one is convenient to you? You can correlate. Number of total outcomes of a random experiment. First, you should identify these two. Before that, what is the event? Event A, B, C, D, or E1, E2, E3. What is the event in the experiment for which you are going to find out the probability? First, the event should be clear to you from the problem. Then m, small m, number of favorable or required number of outcomes for that event to happen, and small n, total number of possibilities or outcomes of that experiment overall. If these three are known to you, then finally we can write probability of A is equal to, it is a numerical value I told you. It is a quantitative measure. So we are going to get a fractional value. So we write M over N. M over N. It is a numerical value. Numerical value. Numerical value lies from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. It can be 0 or maximum it will be 1. We can show generally probability of that event, whatever you take, will be lying from 0 to 1. This is the range of probability. And this is whenever you write P of A in mathematical sense, we say that probability of the event A to happen, or we can say probability of success. Probability of success. Definitely it is going to happen, so that we can't give exact happening of that one. What is the value of the percentage? We can able to guess that event to happen from 0 to 1. 0% to 100%. This is a formula to calculate formula for a probability of any event or outcome. So three things are required: event of the experiment, or next small n. Then we have to calculate this. It is a fractional value lies from 0 to 1. You won't get negative values or beyond 1. Next class we shall see. So you take care that m is always less than or equal to n. Note point I write, m can be strictly less than n or at most equal to n. At most equal to n. And both are positive. Both are positive. M can be 0 also, because if no possibility is there for m, then we get probability 0. That is called impossible event. If m is exactly equal to n, we get value of a is probability of a is equal to 1. It is called certain event. Definitely it is going to happen. If the probability is equal to 1, the event is damn sure 100%. If probability of the event is 0, it is impossible event. Impossible event. If you write like this, probability of success. Probability of success. If you write like this, I write A power C, probability of failure. This is called complement of A. Complement of A. Next coming videos, you are going to know more about this algebra of probability in coming videos. Hope you followed this concept of definition, how to define a probability. Subscribe, share, and like our videos, and communicate with your friends so that they get the information the way you received from my side. All the best. Keep learning.